What happens when someone grows up knowing their future may one day shape history? For most people, childhood unfolds quietly. School, friendships, dreams, moments of discovery. But for Princess Leonor, growing up has looked a little different. Public appearances, royal traditions, historic expectations, a future unlike almost anyone else. From a young girl standing beside her parents, to Spain's future queen preparing for greater responsibility, Princess Leonor's journey has quietly transformed over the years. But how exactly has royal life changed her path? And what moments helped shape the person people see today? Today, we're taking a closer look at Princess Leonor's journey through the years, and how royal life may have influenced her growth, confidence, and future. Let's explore the early years, a child growing up in history. When Princess Leonor was born, attention immediately followed, not only because she belonged to Spain's royal family, but because many understood her future role could become historically important. As the eldest daughter of King Felipe and Queen Letizia, Leonor grew up in a unique position. Family life existed alongside public attention, national ceremonies, royal traditions, media interest. Yet during childhood, much of what people saw reflected ordinary moments too. Family appearances, school life, public celebrations, quiet glimpses of growing up. Because perhaps one truth quietly mattered early on. Even future queens begin simply as children learning about the world. The role of King Felipe and Queen Letizia. Growing up in royal life often means learning through example. And perhaps few influences mattered more than her parents. King Felipe represented tradition, responsibility, and public service. Queen Letizia brought a modern perspective shaped by life outside the monarchy. Together, people often observed a balance. Royal preparation, and normal upbringing, education, discipline, public responsibility, but also family connection. Perhaps one important goal quietly existed, helping Princess Leonor grow not only into a future role, but into her own identity. Because maybe one truth matters deeply. Strong preparation often begins with strong guidance. The moment people started seeing change, there comes a point where childhood slowly begins to change. And for many royal watchers, Princess Leonor's public appearances gradually reflected growing maturity. Confidence, composure, public speaking, representation. People began noticing how much she had grown. Official appearances felt different, body language changed, responsibilities increased. Perhaps one thing became increasingly clear. Princess Leonor was no longer simply growing up in royal life. She was preparing for it. Because maybe one truth quietly follows growing responsibility. The future slowly becomes more real over time. The importance of education. Education has played an important role in Princess Leonor's journey. School experiences, international learning, language development, cultural understanding, preparation for public life. Like many young people, education helped shape confidence and independence. But perhaps for Princess Leonor, it carried another purpose too. Preparation for leadership and public responsibility. Because maybe one truth feels universal. Learning shapes confidence, and confidence shapes the future. Public appearances that marked important moments. Over the years, certain public moments stood out. Speeches, national celebrations, official ceremonies, public engagements. Each appearance offered another glimpse into her growth. People noticed maturity, calmness, preparation, and increasing confidence. Perhaps one reason these moments feel meaningful is because they reflect transformation. Not overnight, but gradually. Because maybe one truth quietly matters. Growth often happens in small moments people only notice later. Military training and a new chapter. One major chapter that attracted attention involved military training. For many observers, this represented something bigger than tradition. Responsibility, discipline, preparation, public service. Moments like these often symbolize transition. The move from childhood into greater responsibility. Perhaps one thing became increasingly visible. Princess Leonor's future role was beginning to feel more tangible. Because maybe one truth quietly follows preparation. Big responsibilities often arrive step by step. How royal life may have shaped her journey. Growing up publicly naturally shapes experience. Visibility, responsibility, expectation, representation. Royal life may have brought opportunities, but also unique challenges. Learning confidence under attention, balancing public duty with personal growth. Navigating visibility while still growing into adulthood. Because maybe one truth feels relatable. Every journey shapes people differently. And extraordinary circumstances may simply shape growth in extraordinary ways. Why people connect with her story. People often connect with Princess Leonor's journey because something about it feels familiar. Growing up, facing expectations, learning confidence, preparing for the future. Those experiences exist everywhere, inside royal families, inside ordinary homes, because maybe one truth feels universal. Everyone wonders who they are becoming. And perhaps watching someone grow into responsibility feels inspiring in its own way. The human side people sometimes forget. Sometimes people focus only on titles. Princess, heir, future queen, royal appearances, historic expectations. But beneath all of that still exists something deeply familiar. A young person growing, learning, changing, building confidence, trying to understand what the future may hold. And perhaps one truth feels hardest to ignore. No matter how extraordinary life appears, growing up remains a deeply human experience. So, how has royal life changed Princess Leonor's journey through the years? Perhaps through preparation, responsibility, education, public experience, and gradual growth. But maybe one hopeful truth matters most. Big futures are rarely built overnight. They grow slowly, through moments, lessons, and experiences people sometimes only understand later. What do you think? What moment in Princess Leonor's journey do you think changed her most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more royal stories, fascinating discussions, and royal updates.